message to lay some expectations for the season, give you an idea of what to expect, and get us started on the right foot. With the weather the way it is, to be honest, who knows when we'll meet, hopefully soon. But I wanted to just reiterate a few things that I sent in my initial email, and then open myself up for questions or anything you got before we get going with the season. Like I said, my background, by the way, this is catcher of the Timber Rattlers, and I say two teams because this message is going to be for a single A River Bandits and triple A Timber Rattlers. So we got a baseball family like many of the families that are already part of the league. So like I said, I'm active duty Air Force. We're relatively new. We've been here about 2 years to Northern Virginia. We love the little league here. We love the area here, originally from Arizona. We're beginning to learn how to adjust to the weather because, as you're probably aware, with spring training going on there in Florida, there's never a bad day for baseball. A little cold out here today at Burns Ridge. We use the open bay over here. Fields are hopefully getting worked on here before too long. We'll get going. But I got this guy. I got my 7-year-old Easton. I got my daughter Maddox, and we're excited to get going with the season. Now, I've been coaching since this guy was 3, so especially you guys that do travel ball, you know how those seasons add up. So I don't even know how many seasons that is, but I've loved every minute of it. I've loved meeting the people from Oklahoma when we started there, Tucson when we were there for a while, and now here in Virginia. Now, just a little quick tidbit about my coaching philosophy. I believe that, even at this level, where you're going to have players from all different backgrounds and experience levels, you can meet each player where they're at. We have got some players that are outstanding. They've been playing forever. Maybe they have older brothers or that have been in the game for a long time, and they're going to come out prepared. And maybe it almost seems like there's very little we can teach them because of how polished their game is. And then there's folks that at both levels, first time in the league, first time playing baseball, just trying it out. And we're going to run a practice that's going to challenge each and every person in their own specific way. And so there's enough time and there's enough coaches to do that. Not to just focus on the good players or the focus on the players that are new, but add a little tidbit to every person's game. And so as we run through these practices, I believe we need to do high reps, keep them moving. We're going to run a lot of stations. We're going to make the most of our practice times because, quite frankly, we don't even know how many practices we'll end up getting with how cold it is and the weather the way it is. So we're going to keep them moving, and I believe it's important to come ready, not just for the players, but for the coaches. We're going to come up with strong practices that are efficient, and we're going to have a practice. We're going to have a goal each and every day, so we're going to come ready. Now, as far as my expectations from the players, come out here ready to try new things, especially my single A players. Come out here ready to try new things. You're going to play every single position, and I want you to learn it. I want you to find out what you like, and then as the season wears on, we'll start teaching more things that you're particularly interested in. My AAA players, perhaps you've been exposed to the game for a while. You know what you want to work on. I want you to be able to try new things because you have a role on the team, but be ready to learn something at that position you haven't learned before. Be a good teammate. Now, and come out here ready to get better. Being a good teammate means lots of different things. It means positivity. It means picking players up. But it means coming out here ready to focus. I have a ton of fun in my practices. Those are the guys that have coached me before. They're going to echo that, and they're the same way. But come out here ready to focus, because when you put your attention to something else, it distracts the entire team, and it makes you a bad teammate. I want you to be a good teammate. I want you to just come out here focused, ready to work hard, and set the tempo. And if everyone's doing that, we're going to learn a lot of things, and we're going to have a ton of fun. And as far as behavior is concerned, for my younger players, whether you might be tired, you might be hungry, and so our practices, the effectiveness of each one of them are going to be different, in terms of the demeanor of the players that day. And so we're going to stay attuned to that, keep them focused, and figure out how to make sure we keep them engaged. My older players, my AAA players, guys, you're getting older. Expectations are rising. So your responsibility and the things that I expect out of you each and every day is going to be greater than it ever has been before. So it's going to continue to go that way all the way through high school and college, and so you're going to feel that more. So the expectations are higher. It doesn't mean we can't have fun, but it does mean, hey, coach has got a goal with each practice, and you're part of that, and it goes back to being a good teammate. And then with regards to playing time, now the local rules should tell you that hey, everyone's going to play, and that's quite frankly, I don't need local rules to tell me that. Especially at the single level, we're going to move kids around, we're going to try different things, especially at the beginning and middle of the season. We're just experimenting, having fun, learning the game, and as the season wears on, we'll begin to be hone in on what the most competitive lineup is. But realistically, that's not going to look much different than it does from day one. As AAA is concerned, again, playing time isn't going to be an issue, but we are going to look for ways to find the position that best suits you. And so, as the season wears on, again, game one and game 14 is going to look a lot different than AAA level. And so, what I ask is that you let me know what you want to accomplish, and I'll make sure that we make it happen. Now, goals for the season. One, I want to prepare better than anyone. That means making the most of our practice time. That means coming prepared for practice, and then coming out there looking like we know exactly what our mission is each and every game. So I want to prepare better than anyone. And I want every single player to add at least, I mean, gosh, we're going to add a ton of things to your game. But one big thing to your game where you can look back on that A-ball season, that AAA season, and realize I added that one thing to my game, and you're going to take it with you throughout your baseball career. And then finally, perhaps most importantly, because I love baseball, have more fun than anyone. And that's not just saying that. We're going to have more fun. We have fun, don't we? Not convincing. But I want to have more fun than anyone. So those are my 3 goals. Now, parents, listen up. A couple logistical things that I think that you'll find interesting and important. Equipment. Some will come out here. They don't need to hear me tell them what they need. They've been out here for a while. Some might be new. So if you've heard it before, it's all right. Just wear right through this part. But if you can get a helmet, that's great. Otherwise, I will have helmets for everybody. I think that's important. Let me hit the important things first. Got to have a glove. Something you can get comfortable with. Gloves are one of those things where at some point in the pricing threshold, you get what you pay for. So for my A-ball players that are maybe just buying a glove for the first time, I recommend getting something that at least feels like leather. You don't have to spend $200-300 like you'll see at Dick's, but I do recommend spending a good part of your money on a nice wide glove. Don't get something that fits just perfectly in their hand. Get something that has some size to it and allow them to grow into it. Doesn't have to be too big. If you have any questions on that, let me know. The bat standards have changed this year. Everyone's probably been worn out with that information. It's got to have a USA stamp. We will have bats between all the kids here, and I don't know what the league will give, but bats are one of those things too. You kind of get what you pay for. You don't need to get top of the line, but you do need to get something that your player's comfortable with and excited to use. Let's see here. Now, I guess it's important to know it's going to be cold. Come out to these practices with a hoodie, maybe a couple layers, some good sweatpants, something they can move in. And as we wear into the season, I want to start mirroring what we look like in the game, having sleeves on, having practice pants ready. So it's a really, really good idea to have at least 2 pairs of pants, one good gray pant for practice and another good gray pant for game time. Now, let's see here. Uniforms, that's not as important right now. I'll get more information on that. I do want to make you aware of, let's see here, it's rainoutline.com. Rainoutline.com. It's a place where you can register and get information, real-time information, because what happens is the way the games are canceled and it's raining, you're not sure if it's going to go. Rainoutline.com is going to give you real-time text messages to let you know what the deal is. I'm going to get you that information as soon as I can, but Rainoutline.com lets you stay in the know. Medical release forms. Now this is important. I'm going to send you a link in this email. Get me those medical release forms as soon as possible. One of these little logistical things that we got to knock out, make sure that we're totally taken care of, and the Little League does everything they can to make sure your young men and young lady are taken care of, and the best thing you can do is make sure to get those things in. And finally, spring break. Spring break's coming up. There were no schedules, or there were no practices on the schedule, and so you'll see 3 that just popped up. We may use them all. We may use none. I don't know. But I wanted to at least reserve some time to the field so that we'll have an opportunity to do that. So I will communicate with you consistently with regards to practice schedule. Those practices will be a little bit different too. Maybe we'll focus on a particular skill, and we'll do just hitting, just fielding, something like that. All right, now this is important. Big volunteer push. First of all, thanks so much for those that have reached out and said, dude, I haven't been part of baseball before, but I'd love to get locked in and figure out how I can help coaching. Yes, can absolutely use you. There'll be many things you're going to learn throughout the season. You're also going to be super useful to running drills and get provided a different for these star players. So coaches is one place I need you. I need a game coordinator. Game coordinator is an awesome role that allows you to be super involved with the team, but very rarely and as much as you want to. By that I mean game coordinator is someone that is present, that allows our youth umpires to have a resource whenever there's a tough decision. Maybe there's a great coach out there, not that we have any of those, but allows a voice to step in and make a decision. The Lily does a pretty good job of voicing the game what the game coordinator says goes. And so 99.9% of the time, your only job is to walk up and do the mountain conference and enjoy the game like everybody else. So if that's kind of a background role, is something that interests you, as you know that you'll be here for most of the games, definitely can use you. Another big place the league can use you, selfishly, specifically for our teams, is I need a team umpire. No experience required, literally no experience required. You get the best seat in the house, you get to stand on the field, and you get to help a kid when he's maybe got tough decisions to make. But ultimately, it does a huge favor for the league when we have parents that are ready to step up. Now, last year, I literally had 0 times where I needed my team umpire to step in. Not once did they need to step in. And so what that tells you is that you might be 1 or 2 times, but if that's a place that you feel like you'd like to help out, learn a new skill, let me know, and we'll get you locked in there. But most of all, I'll send a link one more time to that volunteer sheet. Some people may not volunteer at all this year. That's okay. Schedules, any number of things that keeps you from volunteering. Sometimes you just want to sit back and relax. Maybe you've been volunteering enough in other leagues, or else you want to relax. No problem. I'd love it if you still filled out that volunteer form, just in case, so that we know we got a nice big resource of people to pull from. I have a feeling we're not going to have any shortage, especially by the responses that I've already received. But the more we have, the better. And I believe that in the coaching and the way we can run our practices and everything else. Finally, open communication. I plan on I love communicating through email. I don't have my phone on me at work, and so sometimes firing out an email when I got something on my mind is always nice to do. So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email anytime, and we can talk about just about anything. And then finally, we got a homework assignment. Homework assignment for Timber Rattlers and River Bandits alike. I want you to do 2 things. Number 1, I want you to, with a parent, no matter what your skill level is, you may already have someone in mind. I want you to go find, it doesn't have to be your favorite player, but I want you to find a player whose swing you're in love with. Now, I'm not left-handed, but gosh darn it, I love left-handed swings. Adam LaRoche, go look at a swing that he has. Cody Bellinger, he's all right too. But go find a swing that you like, somebody that's this. If you're right-handed, find a right-handed guy, and find one thing that you want to do with your swing that guy does. Find one thing. Look at videos. A lot of times there's videos that break out the swing, or just look at highlights. Find one thing that Josh Donaldson does, or Mike Trout does, or Albert Pujols does that you like, that you want to add to your game. Our homework assignment number 2. I want you to write down 3 goals. 3 goals of things you want to accomplish for the season. They could be anything. I want to be able to catch a fly ball. I want to have pitched an entire inning by getting 3 outs. I want to turn a double play. I want to have 3 hits in a game. Whatever it is, I want you to 3 goals that you want want to accomplish throughout the season. And that'll give